I wanted to talk to you today about Starbucks at Disney World. One time I threw up a Facebook post with just some random tidbits about Starbucks. I didn't think it was going to be a huge deal, but it got such a big response. And then I did a podcast giveaway where I gave away the Starbucks mugs that you can get at Disney World. More on that in just a second. And it got over 1,000 entries. So I know that there's a lot of interest in Starbucks at Disney World. So that's why I wanted to talk to you today about 5 things to know about Starbucks at Disney World. Number 1 is that Starbucks at Disney World isn't called Starbucks in the parks, and that's because Disney wants to keep the theming of the park intact. And I realized that this was a thing one time because I had a Starbucks drink in my hand at Magic Kingdom, and a lady walked up to me and said, "Where did you get that? I didn't even know there was a Starbucks here." And then it hit me, oh yeah, it's not called Starbucks, so of course a lot of people wouldn't know. So at Magic Kingdom, it is called Main Street Bakery, and you can guess where that's located, right on Main Street. You walk into Magic Kingdom, you're on Main Street, it is on the right-hand side. At Epcot, it is called Fountain View. Once again, you go straight into Epcot. Around Spaceship Earth, there's a fountain there, and it is right next to the fountain. It took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to realize that it was called Fountain View because it's right next to a fountain. Anyway, Hollywood Studios, again, straight in and on the right, it's called Trolley Car Cafe at Hollywood Studios. Animal Kingdom does break this pattern, and they are straight in and to the left towards Africa. You walk past the Tree of Life towards Africa, and you go to Creature Comforts for Starbucks. Disney Springs makes it a little bit easier because there are 2 locations, one on the west side, one the marketplace. They're called Starbucks. They operate much more like a traditional Starbucks because they are outside the parks. Number 2 thing to know about Starbucks at Disney World is that you can order drinks in 2 locations, 2 parks, before the park even opens. The reason for that is that all of the parks allow you in at least to a certain point before the park opens. You scan your Magic Band or scan your park ticket at the turnstiles, and you go in a certain point. And there are some things you can do before the park actually opens. For instance, you can get PhotoPass pictures taken, which is a great use of time. But in 2 of the parks, the area where you're allowed in happens to include Starbucks locations, and that is at Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. So get there early, get in line, get your drink, and then you'll be ready to head to your attraction once the park is fully open. The number 3 thing to know about Starbucks at Disney World is that you can use Disney Dining Plan snack credits to pay for your drinks. And the reason this is especially good to know is that drinks, if you are paying out of pocket, can be quite expensive if you have a lot of add-ons, a lot of extra flavor shots and things like that. But when you're using snack credits, it's just a snack credit, no matter what your flavors are. So if you have a lot of add-ons to your drink, that could make your snack credit up to worth $9 or so, depending on what you put in your drink. Now, of course, outside of Disney Dining Plan credits, there are other ways to pay, including traditional cash or credit card. You can also use Starbucks gift cards, Disney gift cards, and the Starbucks app to pay. You can't, in the parks, however, use Starbucks reward points or redeem for free drinks. But you can do those things at Disney Springs because, as I said earlier, they operate much more like traditional Starbucks locations. Number 4 thing for you to know about Starbucks at Disney World is that the menu is a combination of both Starbucks and Disney World things. So you can expect to find a lot of your favorite things that you would have at home at Starbucks, but in addition, you'll find Disney specialty snacks in particular, Mickey-shaped things, a lot of great cupcakes. It's some of the best snacks at Disney World, actually. They are found right inside of Starbucks. Number 5 is that you can purchase exclusive mugs inside Starbucks locations at Disney World in the parks. So there are a couple different kind of mugs. The ones that have been around for a little while and are my personal favorites are the You Are Here mugs, and I just happen to really like the illustration style on those. And they have ones that are specific to each park. They often do also have ones that they call ornaments, and they're just tiny versions of the You Are Here mugs. And I just happen to like tiny things, so that's why I have those. But you can get those in the parks. There are also taller ceramic mugs that have come out more recently, and those, again, are specific to the park. So people have asked, can I go to one Starbucks location at Disney World and get the whole set? And the answer is no. So if you happen to want the mug from each park, you're going to have to go to each park to get it. So I think that hopefully is helpful if you are a Starbucks fan. For more information on Starbucks at Disney World, including how to get it delivered to where you're at one location, click on the link in the description.